First of all, you face Dunfermline this weekend. Now, a lot of talk surrounding United at the moment that the title's theirs, it's already won. John Robertson said that after the match on Friday night. How does that affect you going into matches from here on in?
I think you'll find it's external, everyone's talking about that, and saying these kind of things. Internally, we'll just try to focus on game to game. We've done that right for the first game of the season. It's important we continue to do that because we're still in a position where we have to win games to try and go over the line. And even if we do, a club of this stature, you have to win anyway, no matter where you are in the league. So you have to continue to make sure every Saturday or Friday night we turn up and win the game.
How important is it to you now to get the title wrapped up as soon as possible?
I think if you ask anybody that's in this situation, it's always get it done as quick as you can. We'd like it, as soon as it can be, whenever that is. I mean, looked at it, to be honest with you. If we continue to win games the way we've been doing it, then we'll get there eventually. But yeah, right, as soon as possible would be great because it gives us a chance to plan and it gets us over the line as well.
Does it, after the game against Inverness, obviously, you're not going to say the title's yours, but does it alleviate a little bit of pressure and allow you to now just carry on and make sure you win these games?
I don't think so. I think from my perspective anyway, the way I feel about it is that when you're at Dundee United, you have to win. That's it. So we went into the game Saturday, whether we're, I think we're 18 ahead now, for 18 points ahead, or whether we're 30 points ahead or 5 points, you still need to win the game. That's it. Ultimately, that's when we've got 1,500, 2,000 fans paying hard-earned money and travelling to Dunfermline to watch the game. We have to win, so we have to put a performance on. So, where we are in the league and the situation we are at the moment is, from my perspective and the way I think, is no relevance at all. So we're winning.
When you look at the likes of Dunfermline and the other teams that are behind you, they're desperately trying to get into the playoffs, desperately trying to get second spot. How much does it make it important to you that you have set yourselves apart? Because if you hadn't done, everything else is so tight below you.
Yeah, we've been fortunate that we went on a really good run over the kind of Christmas and New Year period, and I always felt that any team in the league that went on a run like that would pull themselves away because most of the teams are similar, even in ourselves to an extent. We are like the rest of the teams, the same kind of level. We just had a really good period and it allowed us to pull away from everyone else, and everyone in the league will beat everyone. You look at even your teams in the bottom party, a good team. Alloa in there, good team. Beat us this season, drawn us this season. So there's, it's very, very difficult to put a consistent run of games together. If any of those teams that are in that position win 5 or 6 in the bounce, they'll be the ones that take second place.
What are your thoughts heading into the game against Dunfermline? What are you expecting from them?
I'm expecting hopefully a good game. We enjoy going down there. It's a good surface. We'll take a really good fan base, as we always do. Good big pitch for us. I expect Dunfermline to try and come out to try and win the game because of the situation we're in the league, to try and get themselves confirmed in the playoffs. And then, from their perspective, they've got a really good front 3-4. With Dow and Nesbitt, guys like that. So it's going to be an entertaining game, I think.
Do you look ahead to next season at all? And there's been talk of Warren Shanklin saying he's flattered to be sort of in the plans for next season. I assume you'd want to hold on to him if you can.
Yeah,
do you look at that at the moment?
I think Warren's just a fantastic season. There'll be people who are interested in him, but we've also had other guys that have really good seasons. Peary now is scoring goals for his playing regular at such a young age. Talking about there's people starting to speak about the national team or the 21s for him as well, which is fantastic for Louis, considering at this time last year he was on loan at Broughty Juniors. How well he's came back and how well he's pushed on. Guys like that, got 2 fullbacks, 2 young kids who have really, really good seasons. Really good seasons. So there's teams that will be interested in them as well. So we know that we have to look at every position because the way the season's been, the way especially the younger ones have performed, there's going to be people that are interested in them.
Speaking about Lawrence, he's sitting on I think 29 goals, if my maths are correct. So this weekend could be a real landmark for him, couldn't it?
Yeah, look, I think when you're a striker, the first protocol's double figures. Then when you get to 20 and you're 25, once you get to that, even for 30, if you can get to 30 goals, which I expect him to, and I expect him to go by that as well, it just highlights what a successful season he's had. Our big thing for Lawrence at the moment is to try and continue to score goals, continue to play well, to try and get him into that national setup in March.
Yeah, fellow forward Rakesh, you must be delighted with how he's settled and he's added a real dimension to the team.
Yeah, he's done exactly what we were hoping for. You know, we looked in the January window, we wanted pace and power. We looked in the market, there was a few that came up. Rakesh was one of the main ones for us. We managed to get him in, and he's done exactly what we wanted. You know, he got 2 assists on the game last Friday, which was great.
Are you keen to make him a permanent deal then? Have there been any talks?
At this moment in time, he's just in the door. You know, so we're going to look over probably the next month or two, and then make a decision. But he's given himself a great chance to stay here long term.
Yeah. Nicky Clark, how's he getting on? What's the?
He's doing really well. He's obviously the boots off. He's doing a lot of gym work. I think, off the top of my head, I think by next week he'll start to build it up a little bit. I think he's doing a bit of pull work just now. He'll hopefully be back on the grass within a fortnight. And we're desperate to get him back, you know, just desperate really just to have him part of the group, because he's been such a key player at the start of the season and at the mid-period that, you know, I think even for himself it's important that he's part of it. Yeah,
and just as you look towards next season, obviously the title looks like a formality. Is the main motivator then just to get everything in place for next season?
No, I think that I touched on there, the main motivator for me is to continue to win week in, week out. You know, we have, I think, 11 games to go, but you look at the second last game, Derby, the game after that, home game here at United. So those 2 games for me will be massive for us. In the, you know, doesn't matter where you are in the league, where the 2 teams are, you need to win the Derby. So we have to make sure that we're ready for that one. And then the final game of the season, we're here. It's important to put on a performance, because that then carries through across the summer. So although we've got these games in between, we have to keep winning, win to get the Derby and make sure we're in good form.
Do you see Saturday's game being more like last Friday's? Because Dunfermline are going to be a team that are going to come out attacking. It's a big wide pitch that you're playing on. It's a Saturday afternoon at 3, so there'll be a big Dun United following and things there. Do you think it'll be very similar to Bamford?
Yeah, I hope that the outcome's similar. You know, I expect the game to be more open. You know, I think the 3 games we had previously where we stumbled a little bit, we were looking at, you know, Alloa, Morton, and Brough. You know, 3 teams that made it very, very difficult for us to play. We were compact, defended really well. You know, managed to get points off us. We then go and play against a team in Inverness who, you know, are going for the win. They're trying to open the game up a wee bit, and it you know, becomes a more open game and more enjoyable for us. You know, I expect Dunfermline to be the same. They're at home, chasing the playoff positions. They've got a really good attacking force that are better on the front foot, so I expect it to be a good game.
Do you feel that the players approach the game differently, knowing the type of game they're going to be going into?
I don't think we approach it differently. I think also the opposition approach it differently. If you get a team that just sits, you know, 11 men, 25 yards for goal, it's very, very hard to break down. You know, no matter what level of team you're playing with, to break down that block can be really, really hard. And at times you need a wee bit of rubber green, you need a wee bit of that moment of quality, and we just didn't have it. You know, in other games, you know, we play against Inverness, it's more open. You know, you can pass it, you can get into areas, you can start to dominate possession, and we managed to do that. So we always approach the game in the same manner, in that we have to win, we want to win, we work to win, but sometimes the game makes it difficult for us.
Has that been difficult this season, being basically for almost the entire season the out and out favourite in every single game you go into?
You know, Dun United in the Championship is to be expected. You know, we expect every game we go into, we want to win. We expect to win, the fans expect us to win. The opposition will, you know, a lot of time go into it and realise that we're a good team and try and negate us. So it's just part and parcel of it.